Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike. And today, well, we're going to talk about the 2024 Hummer EV SUV. That's right, guys. They finally showed us the SUV version of the Hummer, and I really like it. Now, this is technically a production version of 2023 that will be known as a 2024 model, so we do have to wait a while for it, but I'm excited. I really like this design. I actually think it's better than the truck version, and I'm a truck guy. But let's talk about what we're styling in the front end. The front end has a bold presence to it. It looks very similar to Hummers of old if done in a futuristic way. If you told someone from the early 2000s, hey, design me a Hummer of the future, it'd probably look like this. But the front end, I like the headlights. They're very sharp looking, where a traditional grille would be. It still has little slots there. It says Hummer spelt out. It's a cool look. The lower bumper is very aggressive, very off-road focused. Pushed up in front of the wheels to give you that great approach angle. I'll just throw it on screen right now. The approach, the breakover, and departure angles, they're better than the truck because this is shorter overall. About a 9-inch shorter wheelbase and almost 20 inches shorter overall. So this is the one you really want if you want to do some hardcore off-roading. But I like the front end. Like I said, it's a nice bold presence. The side profile, nice and boxy, just how I like it. The wheel wells, they're kind of boxy as well. Lots of squares, lots of rectangles. This is a very old school boxy design. And the rear end, I like the rear end, guys. You have the spare tire mounted right there on the back. A lot of off-road vehicles do that. The Wrangler, the new Bronco. It's a cool look. I like the taillights, a nice LED signature. Overall, the exterior of this vehicle, it just reminds me of Hummers of old. It has a macho, rugged presence to it while still being a little bit upscale and premium. Now the interior. The interior is just the same, guys. It's very premium while still being kind of macho and boxy. Lots of rectangles, lots of squares here. The driver has a nice Hummer steering wheel in front of them. Good buttons on there. And in front of them, a digital gauge cluster. It's actually just a box right there. But lots of good information, guys. This thing can change through different modes. You have lots of different drive modes to select from. If you're in the muds, water, sand, snow, whatever, this vehicle is designed to get you out of there. You have a large and in-charge infotainment screen. It's one of the latest systems from GM. Has lots of good features in here. This vehicle also will offer Super Cruise. Super Cruise, if you don't know, is their autonomous driving system. A lot of journalists say that Super Cruise is just as good, if not better, than Tesla's system. Basically, it sits there and monitors you while you're driving on the road. It's a great system to use. It doesn't ping-pong you back and forth through the lanes. It's nice and smooth. And below the screen, you actually have lots of new switchgear for the GM brand. They're like toggle switches. They look very premium, very upscale. Even the volume knob is like metal. It's really nice looking. What I really do like about this Hummer is a lot of these components are brand new just for this vehicle. There are a few little switchgear here and there from other GM vehicles, but most of it is brand new and it's very upscale and premium. But another cool thing that this vehicle will do is it can remove its roof. Very similar to a Wrangler or a Bronco, you can remove the panels above you. In front of the driver and the passenger, it's basically a one big piece that removes. The back seats, it's kind of like an old T-top design. It's a very cool look. It's always good to have an off-road vehicle that can like experience nature itself. But what's really cool about this vehicle is, well, it's all electric, guys. So there's lots of numbers, so let's talk about it. Like I said, you have great approach angles, departure angles, breakover angles. If equipped correctly, you can get almost 16 inches of ground clearance, which is great. This vehicle can afford about 23, 22 inches of water, which is great because it is an electric vehicle. Another cool thing about being an electric vehicle is the space up front where an engine would be. Well, that's a big old frunk or a front trunk. So you have extra storage to put stuff up there. This vehicle is actually a little bit bigger than a Tahoe in overall design, or structure I should say. So if you see a Tahoe on the streets, think that this Hummer is just slightly bigger than that. Other cool things here, guys, as well. That screen, like I said, in the interior, that's 12.4 inches of screen. Very large and in charge, like I said. And this vehicle is expensive. The first edition, or basically the launch edition of this vehicle, is a little over $105,000. Now equipped with the Extreme Off-Road package, which gives you lots of goodies, including that crab mode feature. Crab mode feature, basically all the wheels will turn, allowing you to angle yourself around stuff. So if you're on a trail, there's a boulder in front of you, all the wheels can turn to help you maneuver around something like that. It's very cool, but it adds a little bit more money, making it a little over $110,000. Now in the future, there will be models that are a little bit more cheaper. I believe the base version eventually will be about $80,000, which is still a lot of money, guys. Now when you get that first edition, you get the most horsepower and stuff like that. That's about 830 horsepower. Those other cheaper trims will be like 625-ish horsepower, which is still great numbers. Your range will depend on your trims and your equipment, anywhere from about 250 to 300. Eventually there'll be a 300 plus range you can get, but those are still good numbers. Yes, this vehicle is expensive, but it's very off-road capable. Now you can get dual motors, you can get tri-motors. Like I said, the first edition is a tri-motor version, but you can have your freedom to watts, or WTF, and that's basically putting your vehicle in its max performance mode. Now when you enable that mode, the vehicle lowers itself, a special display comes up on your screen, and that allows you to use the max potential of your battery system. Now it's only for a short burst, it's like an overboost feature, but that will give you great 0 to 60 times. This vehicle is very large, so to get that 0 to 60 time is just amazing. Now this is a very cool vehicle, and I've talked about a lot of vehicles before, so if you're interested in any electric vehicle that I've talked about, I'll leave those in the description below. I want to know what you guys think of this vehicle. What do you guys think of the new Hummer EV SUV? What are things you like about it, what things you don't? And guys, if you haven't already and you want to, check out my channel. I keep trying to give you guys more and more content. That's about cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs, combustion engines, and EVs, just like this. A little bit of everything. But please, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. And as always, I truly, truly appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.